Okay, boys and girls, we're doing problem solving with division, and we're going to draw some diagrams to help us figure it out. We're going to need some really forward thinking, flexible thinking, and we got to go back to what we know. At first, these seem really hard, but if we take it step by step, they're not that hard. Our first story problem is Sen and his family chartered a fishing boat for the day. Sen caught a blue marlin and an amberjack. The weight of the blue marlin was 12 times as great as the weight of the amberjack. The combined weight of both fish was 273 pounds. How much did each fish weigh? So what do I need to find out? I need to find out the weight of each fish. So how much did each one cost or weigh? I don't know that. All I do know is that the total of the two fish was 273. And I also know that the blue marlin is 12 times as great as the weight of the amberjack. So they're going to help us draw diagrams. So right here, what will I do? I will draw one box for the weight of the amberjack because we know that that was 1. Then I'll draw 12 boxes for the size equally of when I combine those two, I will get 273. So now I have 13 different weights that I'm going to use because it's 12 times plus the amberjack was a total of 273. So let's first divide that out. First I made my estimate. I changed my 273 to 300 divided by 15 because 15 is close to 13. 15 goes into 30 two times. Add my 0, so I think my answer is going to be about 20. When I divide, I go 13 divided by times what equals close to 27 or right on 2, and my estimate helped me with that if I wasn't sure. It equaled 26. 13 times 1 equals 13. So my answer is 21. That's close to my estimate. So when we go back to our boxes, we know that the amberjack was 21. And each one of these 12 times was 21. So we've figured out the weight of the amberjack, but we haven't figured out yet the weight of the blue marlin. So I know I have equal weights here, so all I have to do is 21 times 12. So I have my answer here, 21 times 12, and I have 42. I have a 0 here, 1 times 1, 2. 252. So my amberjack is 21 pounds and my blue marlin was 252. I can double check that by taking 252 plus the 21 for the amberjack, and I get my total weight of both fish. So I know I've completed the problem the way I'm supposed to. I just needed to answer that the amberjack was 21 and the blue marlin was 252. Alright, now it gets just a little bit deeper here on this one. So let's look at this one, and it says Jason, Murray, and Dana went fishing. Dana caught a red snapper. Jason caught a tuna with the weight 3 times as great as the weight of the red snapper. Murray caught a sailfish, which was 12 times as great as the weight of the red snapper. If the combined weights of the 3 fish was 208 pounds, how much did they weigh? So what do I need to find out? I need to find the total weight. I need to find the weight of the tuna. Okay, so we really got to figure out how much all of them weighed before we can figure out what the tuna is. What information do I need? I need to know that I'm going to have 208 pounds. Was all of them? The weight of the tuna was 3 times as great as the red snapper. And the weight of the sailfish was 12 times as great as the red snapper. Alright, so I'm going to draw a diagram to figure this out. So when I look at my diagram here, so let's see what that looks like when we go to the board. So I have the red snapper, that was 1. I'm just going to put snapper. And then I have the tuna was 3 times, and the sailfish was 12 times as great. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. And I know that my total weight together was 208. So how many do we have here? Well, we have the 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're going to break this up into 16 equal groups to figure out how much each one was. So let's do our estimating. And I know that 20 can go into 200 10 times. So my estimating is going to be about 10. So 16 divided by times 1 will go into 20. My remainder is 48. So 16 times what is close to 48? And I'm going to try 3. 16 times 3. And the reason I tried 3 is because I know 6 times 8 equals, or 6 times 3 equals 18. And I got, so I had 48. So I know the snapper is 13. They're all 13 in those equal box. So the snapper is 13. The tuna will be 13 times 3 because we have an equal group. So 13 times 3 is 9. 39. Now, do I need to figure out, when I go back, do I need to figure out how much the sailfish was? No, I don't need to, because that wasn't part of the question. The question they wanted to know is how much did the tuna weigh? But I still had to put in that sailfish to get those amount in the diagram. Alright, I would like you to work with your partner on drawing the diagrams, doing it right here, show your work. I want you to answer all these questions, see how you do, and then come back and check your work here. I want to see how you're doing it. Even call me over, please, if when you get this all done before you go on. Okay, and then after you get that done, go ahead and skip this page and come back to it later. So what I would like to see you do here is I would like you to do 2. I would like you to do 2 and 3, please, for homework. And you have one more page. And I don't have it on here, I don't think. Oh, there it is, sorry. Let's do 1 or 2. I don't care which one you pick. Or 2. And then I would like you to do 3, 4, 5, and 6, please. For homework. So make sure you work this one all the way through. Once you've worked this one all the way through, then come back and check your answers and then go to work on the other. If you have time, this one's always open. It's a deeper thinker. Go for it.